you guys. So I'm listening to this new audiobook. It's called The Untethered Soul, and I was really excited because I've been like saving my free Audible trial to get like 1 credit so you can buy 1 book on audio with it. And I've been like writing in my calendar for seriously like months now, self-development, your morning ritual, and I'm like, I haven't been able to check them off. I'm like, crap, how do I fit this into my routine? And I realized I do a lot of driving throughout my week, and even not driving, like I'm in the kitchen cleaning, cooking, organizing, like picking up around the house, I can have headphones in. Usually I put the TV on in the background, which is not helpful, but it's enjoyable, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. I still do that every once in a while. But anyway, I'm getting carried away here. I'm just really excited that I'm finally listening to a book on Audible. It's called The Untethered Soul, and there's I'm only a couple chapters in, but it's been really insightful so far, and I just wanted to share some of the concepts with you guys. So in the very first chapter, they broke down what in yoga we call the monkey mind. It's like that constant fucking chatter, like nonstop in your head about your kind of just like, it's like an internal dialogue that's like always going on. And if you pay attention to it, it'll drive you crazy because you're like, shut up, you know what I mean? Like it's constantly bombarding you with all of these different thoughts, like, oh my god, it's cold out, oh, did I leave the stove on, oh, I left the light on, like, oh, I didn't brush my hair last night, I didn't brush my teeth, oh, I need to call that person, oh, I need to do this, like just bombarding you and complaining with all, you know. And in yoga they call that the monkey mind because it's kind of like subconscious, and it's just very animalistic and primal, and it just goes on and on and on. And in this book he's talking about how your mind will literally never be satisfied. Like in your head, which I can totally relate to because your internal voice takes no sides. As long as it can keep talking, it's happy. So, for example, you go outside and it's cold out, and your mind is like, oh my god, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold. Like, you know, it's cold, we need to do something. So you're like, okay, fuck, I need to go get another jacket. And you go upstairs and you change, you put a hoodie on, and then you come downstairs and then you're sweating, you're too hot. And it's like, oh, I'm sweating, I'm so gross, I need to take a shower when I get home. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but your internal dialogue, your inner voice will always have something to complain about. So I found this very relatable and translatable into our health and fitness routine and our workouts, because in your mind, in my mind, I know it's always coming up with excuses like, oh, I have this really important thing to do later today, I'm going to be I'm going to be super tired, I'm going to have to drink, you know, a bunch of coffee, and then that's not going to be good for me in the long run, I'm going to wish that I could take a nap, I'm going to be sweaty, I'm going to have to shower, I just washed my hair yesterday, I don't want my hair to look dirty, and on and on and on, blah, 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 blah. So the thing that is empowering about this is that you are not that voice, because the seat of consciousness, as we call it, is the observer. So you are the observer because you are not that voice. The simple fact that you can hear that you are the one listening to that voice in your head, that voice that's always complaining, always making excuses, that is not you. That is built into our evolution and DNA for a specific reason that I won't get into right now because it's really interesting. And if you guys comment on this that you want me to share more about it, I'll share more about it, but I could just talk about it for like 10 minutes. So I'm not going to get into that whole part of it, but it's built into us for a specific reason. But the reason is not to doubt ourselves and, you know, not accomplish what we want to accomplish. It's a more animalistic, primal, evolutionary reason that we don't, you know, our bodies haven't been able to catch up to the modern lives that we're living today, you know. So you are the seat of consciousness. You are the observer in your body. So when you hear that internal voice say, I don't want to work out, I'm going to be tired, I'm going to be sweaty, I'm going to have to take a shower, I'm going to have to do this, I'm going to have to do that, blah, 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 making excuses, complaining, don't try to quiet that voice, because that comes through like tons and tons of meditation and years of work. It's totally possible to quiet that voice, but the first step is to just watch it happen. Don't feed into it, because normally when we're not aware of what's happening, we feed into the voice and we talk back to it. But instead of doing that, just let it go. Watch it, sort of try to imagine your internal voice as like clouds passing in the sky, and like the thoughts come, you see them, and then they pass, but you don't have to engage in them. You don't have to give your attention to that internal dialogue, because that's not you. You are the observer. You are in the seat of consciousness, and that those internal dialogue of complaints and excuses and doubt is not you. So that's my little tidbit. I know I just ranted on for 6 minutes, but I think that it's super interesting and I could go on for even longer. So if you guys are like, tell me more about this book, I'm only like 4 chapters into it, like I said, so I can continue to share tidbits from it if you're interested. So comment below, let me know what you think. Let's start a conversation. This is the kind of shit that I live for. I love philosophy and psychology and like the human mind and all of that. It just is like really fascinating to me and it interests me. So yeah, let's start a conversation, and remember that you are not the voice in your head. You are not your internal dialogue. You are the observer in that situation, and you have the power to choose to not engage, and know that you are the consciousness within your mind, if that makes sense. Okay, I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope to see you all in the group later.